Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pastor Podcast, the 13th episode. And we're here on the Sunday because I had to work yesterday because I have a job now. If I'm a little bit sunburned, that's why, because I work outside. But today we got a really fun episode. It's the same topic that we had a couple episodes ago, but today we actually have a guest, so it's gonna be much better, less bias. We have Film Lucas here. I am in serious Klacken right now. Oh, he's at this Eco Serious game. Yeah, that's the wrong team, man. You gotta go with Hammarby. And well, if you want to see Hammarby live, then you can go check it out on my second channel, which I'll just put up the at whatever here, new vlog channel. Yeah, guys, go check it out. You can find it out there. And well, today we're gonna be ranking all the 17 WCA events with a guest, and this guest, he's been on the podcast before. He was on the second episode, I think. I think it was the second episode, something like that. Today's guest, he is the 2026 Swedish champion in clock, believe it or not. Guys, please welcome Snail Cubing once again to the podcast.
Hello.
Now, let's start off with the Swedish champion in clock. How did you do that? How does it feel to be Swedish champion?
Well, I mean, it feels great. Yeah, I didn't expect it at all because um, I got a great average in the first round. I actually got a sub 4 average, very close to PR. So I knew that I would make finals and potentially get Swedish clock podium, which I uh, was locked. I had locked Swedish podium when I got to the finals because there was only 3 Swedish people in the final, actually. But I expected to just come third place out of the Swedes, but I actually won because I guess Ruben failed and Samuel didn't really get a good average. I just got a mid average. I'm not really happy with the average, but yeah.
Well, especially in clock, where one small mistake, like whatever 360 divided by 12 is, one of those number, whatever. Um, the smallest mistake with the turning is a DNF. So
Yeah.
you know, you
I
need the
did
good luck.
I
We
DNF'd the
have
last
Ivar.
stall.
Ivar saying hi to you.
Hello, Eva.
Meg on top trust. We'll get to that after or in a little bit. But like we said, ranking all 17 WCA events, that's on the schedule today. But I think that we start off with one of the great segments, sections on this podcast, and that is fail of the week. Yuck. Do you have a fail of the week?
Let me think here. Yeah, I would say that it's a bit of a fail actually. Well, I have 2. I did some blind practice yesterday, both 3 blind and 4 blind, because I'm competing in 4 blind tomorrow at Uppsala Ligan. So I did 4 blind, and I recently got a crazy PB a few days ago. It was 8 minutes and 9 seconds, and that's PB by like multiple minutes. And I thought that, oh, I'm not going to be able to beat that in a long while. But then yesterday I DNF'd out of a 730 by like 3 centerpieces.
Oh, that's
So
so a 3 cycle basically.
yeah, and I also DNF'd a really good 3 blind mean. I would have gotten, I think, a 1 minute 11 seconds 3 blind mean, which would have been PB by like 10 seconds. But instead I DNF'd it and got like a 119 mean.
Yeah, I should probably practice blind as well. I haven't done that in a while. but uh, I can't compete with all these smaller competitions since, well, I have to study. I go in gymnasiet, that's high school, so it's a bit hard for me to practice. But we will get some practice in for what was that one called? Bergshamra, the competition in Bergshamra, the 15th of June, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, because it's like 2.5 hours for blind, which is amazing. And there's even what or it's either blind or 8 hours for mega 6x6 and 7x7. So I don't know why you need 8 hours for that, but I mean,
It's called
you
Take
can,
Your Time, I think.
I guess, but yeah, it should be a good competition.
But
And
the thing is, you
well,
have to choose between 6x6, 7x7, mega, or you could do those three, or you could do the blind events. And I'm going to choose blind events, but it's yeah, I'm missing out on mega and 6 and 7.
yeah, I'm gonna be doing blind events as well. I probably shouldn't because I need a PR that competition, and well, not I'm past the point where I can just get a solve and then it's PR. Now I actually have to
You could
try to
get a
hit
five
PRs.
blind success.
I could get 5 blind success, 4 blind success, 3x3 blindfolded mean or average now I guess, but it's it's like whatever one in not 1 in 5 chance, but like there's a chance that you fail there. Whereas if I just choose 6x6 and 7x7 and mega, I can just get a 7x7 solve and that's PR. But you gotta risk it. That might be my fail for that competition. But my fail of the week is well, I don't know. I haven't cubed a lot this week. It might be that just failing like 6 or 7, 6, 7 uh blind solves in a row or something. 3x3 blindfolded solves. Not much more you can say there. But let's get into ranking the first three events that we have here. Let me just pull up the
You
the
haven't told
banner.
me how
We're
this is going to work. Is it your ranking? Is it my ranking, or is it just are we just
we're
going
gonna
to have
rank
to fight?
together. Well,
We're just
we
going to have
like
to fight about
yes,
which
exactly.
one.
We have to agree on if somebody says like F tier and somebody says A tier, we just gotta pick the middle, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we'll pick the middle. So we'll both choose one and then we'll go
Exactly.
right in the
Let's
middle.
see. Weekly recap. That's it. Weekly recap, guys. So first off, a 7x7 cube single of 1 minute 32 seconds by Max Park. So Max Park is not washed, guys. He's still here.
Yeah.
And then we also have, of course, Brian Johnson, 2.85 square one single. That is almost as fast as the 3x3 world record. Insane. And it's the first sub 3 in square one history.
Yeah, that scramble was insane. I don't know much about square one. I don't know the good methods, but I have seen that it was a 8 slice solution. And 8 slice is like 8 slices is not very much. Like,
Well, 8 slice, that's
you-
basically like, well, that's basically what Theodore got on his 2.76 single, if you were to compare that to 3x3.
yeah, maybe. He did look up a little. I think he could have gotten faster and yeah, but he still got a sub 3. But with that kind of scramble, I wouldn't be surprised if he got like sub 2.5.
Now, it could have been that the square one single was once again faster than 3x3, which is it's insane that it was like that before, and it's insane that it almost happened again. It's insane that it actually happens.
Yeah,
And yes, I am eating an ice cream because it's so hot outside, and I need an ice cream.
I
Anyways,
want
after
to.
that,
Yeah, we could go to this one from Infused Moves because we just talked about last podcast, right? That in Nordic Swedish Championship, there was a guy, Adam Marcellus Kelly from Denmark, who got 19.67 FMC European record mean. But we see here,
Yo, so they're tied European record now.
yeah,
That it's just insane that you can find those solutions in an hour. I I don't want to talk about my single because that was bad. I couldn't find anything good, but thankfully I did get a single because that means that I got a PR at was it FMC under the mistletoe. I was going to lose my PR streak on an FMC competition, which is just sad. Anyways, after that we have clock average of 3.07 from Santiago Cabral from Uruguay. So if I butchered your name, but
no, that's great.
uh,
Uruguay represent. That's where I'm from. My mom is from Uruguay, and like, yeah, half my family. So great to
but
see
have you?
South American record.
Let's see. Can we scroll through and see maybe there's any Swedish records? Oh, that guy
Yeah,
is
Eskil.
Santiago. Santiago got 2x2 cube average as well. National record for Uruguay. That's pretty
Mm,
good. Sweden. I
I
don't
know
see
we're
any
going to
Sweden, but
have um Eskil in Pyraminx.
oh, Pyraminx. Oh, here.
Yeah,
Oh, I clicked on it. Whoops. 0.98. Insane.
Sweden's first sub one actually,
And it's
and
from
also Eskil's first NR.
that's amazing for him. And of course, Eskil. Oh, I just clicked it again. I'm an idiot. But he's not known for his pyramid skills, right? He's known as a blind solver, if
Yeah,
I'm
but
correct.
we have Daniel in Sweden, so it's a bit hard to break any blind NRs.
But I think that's enough for that. Let's head to the tier
I,
list.
I
Or
actually
maybe
I
I'm
have
kidding.
one more. It's not a national record, but have you seen? It's a bit of fail of the week. Have you seen Emanuel Chelin's average he got yesterday?
What? No? Wait.
It's
Which competition is that?
absolutely insane. Varberg
Oh, okay.
Open, something like
Past
that.
month.
Yesterday,
Varberg.
same
There's
competition as Eskil. In 2x2 final,
2
just
final.
go to his average there. It doesn't look very crazy, but actually, the two bad solves there, as you can see, those are actually plus
Yes.
twos, both of them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So if
he's
he hadn't plus two those, it would have been a world record average of 0.84 if the fourth solve wasn't plus two.
that's insane. Come on, Emmanuel. You gotta X or I mean he did almost just break the world record, but
Yeah.
wait. Either of those, if either of these two were okay solves, it would have been world record, right? Or no, it had to be.
I think it had to be the fourth solve. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. We almost got a Swedish world record for like the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Yeah, really shows that he's capable of it because right now he's
Hmm.
eighth in the world for average, but 1.01 is not that far off the world record. Here, if he hadn't plus two, that would be a 0.84, and the world record is.
Anyways, first up, we have 3x3, the original. Where do we put the original?
So personally, I would definitely put it no flash. I think it's the best one. Simply, it's so perfect.
Yeah, it's it is what or basically what everybody learns first. It's what everybody cares about. It's the original. You can't go wrong with 3x3.
I think there's so much to learn, so much to improve. Many methods have been found, and I just
And
think that it's perfect size. Quite, it's definitely a fast event. It goes by fast, so you can do many solves, and like every comp has it, so you always have chances to improve your PRs.
Yeah, and well, like you said, it's not too small, like 2x2, where you have to be able to one look the whole solve to be fast. But it's also not so big that your hand, it takes like what, like an hour maybe for beginner cubers, and you don't need to learn that many algorithms. And well, thankfully, there's no parity. If there was parity on Theory, then it might have to go DNF. I
That's
mean,
basically void cube. Just I have a void cube somewhere.
basically void cube. So void cube, if you become a WCA event, then you're definitely going in DNF. But 3x3 in no flash. Then we have 2x2, the little brother or whatever sibling of 3x3.
Where did you put it? What do you think? I know what I
I
think. I
think
think.
I think it's like it's middle, like B or C tier, low B, high C.
I think. Yeah, I liked it more a few years ago, like when I started. I think it's just it becomes so fast now, the world records and everything. It's not that fun to watch because in world championship and they just start a time and then they're done. Like
Yeah, you can't
it's
see
really
anything.
just lucky. It's so much scrambles and everybody who is world class just one looks the cube and then they're done. So
Like what Emmanuel did, and unfortunately failed on two solves. But
yeah, yeah, I
so
think there's not much room for improvement on the world stage. And for me, well, I'm learning CLL right now, and I'm going to learn EG1, but I still think it's maybe a low B.
low B. Well, we can put it in low B, and then if there's way too many events in B, we can just move it down to C
Yeah.
or up if there's not enough A's, or yeah. And then we have 4x4, the
Mm.
the big 3x3, I guess. That's not right, but whatever. Where do you think this goes, Yuck?
I mean, people often like some people like it, but there's also parody, which drags it down for a lot of people. But I think it spices it up a little bit. I think that I like it with the parodies. It might have been better without the parodies, but still, like you don't know if you're going to get a good solve because then you can get the double parody and then it's kind of over. So I really like 4x4. I actually have a 4x4 right in front of me because I just practiced it and I'm competing in it tomorrow. I think that it's probably A tier, high A tier for me because yeah, it's just one of the best. Perfect length
Yeah,
for me. It takes like 45 seconds, maybe 50, and I think that's a good length of a cube.
and well, it's with 4x4. There are parodies, which is unfortunate. We I don't think any cuber likes parody, unless if it helps you
I
in
mean, I
some way.
don't
I don't
like
know
it.
how, but um, I think it's like 3x3, where it's fast, but you can still improve pretty easily on it, and you can actually see what the people are doing. I mean, in theory, it's hard to see for the world class solvers. You know, it's a kind of like 2v2 in that way. But with 4x4, you can actually like blink when you're watching somebody solve it. It's not like you have to be 110th or 110% focused on what they're doing to actually see what's happening. And yeah, before I agree with you in A tier. So we have 5x5. 5x5. Oh, I just reloaded the page. Whoops, my bad. Oh, it's saved. Okay, good. I think that it's like 4x4. Uh, more pieces to solve, but one less parity. But I just don't like it as much as 4x4 because it just takes longer, and
Yeah,
I'm
me
not a big
neither.
fan of
I
big
think
cubes.
It's mostly I'm not a fan of big cubes. I think it's mostly because I don't practice it, so I'm just really slow at it. I just do 5 by 5 sols in comp basically. I average like 2 minutes. So for me, it's definitely marginally worse than 4 by 4. But yeah, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I
Think
I think it's like top of B tier, low of A tier, depending on what cubes end up where. But I'll just put it in B tier for
yeah,
now.
B tier is probably good.
And then of course we got the big cubes. We got first off triple parity cube. I think we
Oh,
I think this deserves its own uh thing. How do I add
I I think you maybe click on the
edit maybe? Edit.
buttons on
Nope. Whoops.
the buttons on the right. Uh,
These. Oh
the
here.
gears,
Wait.
I
Whoops.
think.
I moved
Yeah, the
DNF.
gears.
There we go. Add row below. Perfect. Triple parity cube. There we
You
go.
think it's
Triple parity
worse
cube.
than DNF?
You know what? I'll move it up. It can be below C tier. What do you think?
I don't think
Like a
it's
B.
much worse than 4 by 4 and 5 by 5. I think, but I really don't think parity ruins the cube that much. I just uh, yeah, it can be a different tier, but it's not the worst event. I don't think, but it's the worst one we've had so far.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm okay. You know, in competition, if I have time, I'll do this 6x6 solve. But like, I don't practice it at all. And well, it's just annoying with three parodies. Like getting all three parodies at once is just it's it's depressing. But yeah, triple parody cube in between C and D tier in triple parody cube, of course. Why is 7x7 over there? Should be here. 7x7.
This is a hard one because it takes longer time, but it has no parodies.
Or it has two parodies, right?
Well, I guess if you count the last two edges as a parody, I don't know how that works. It is probably a parody, but in that case, I think it has one because there's no O level P parodies, at least.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, that's better. But for me, it just takes too long time. I think it's worse than 6 by 6. It takes me like before it took me 10 minutes. Now it's maybe like 8 or 9, but it's still way too long to just sit there and do multiple solves in a row.
Yeah, like I might do like one one 7x7 solve per month, if even that.
Yeah, same.
Same thing with 6x6. I don't practice it. 5x5,
I only do it at
a
comps,
bit.
and I go to a lot of comps, but at home I don't practice big cubes at all.
Yeah, so they were done with all the n by n cubes, or the basic n by n. I'll call it. Next up, we have the first variant event. I guess. Where did FMC go? There's FMC. Why is FMC there? Did they? Oh, I think
Yeah,
it messed
they
up
they were
the.
scrambled around when you went out and then went in again.
Oops. Let me just boom, boom. No, it was blind FMC one-handed clock. Mega Pira Scube Squan. Okay, good. Three blind. First variant. Oh, or cube variant event. I like three blind. I know that you like three blind. I know that
Yeah,
everybody who does three blind loves three blind.
yeah, that's why it's such a good event because as soon as someone tries it, they're like, "Oh wow, this is great!" When they've done a couple solves, when they start getting faster, maybe around 3 minutes, you start really liking it because it goes so fast. And I think I will like it even more when I'm even faster. But I'm just trying to get to sub 1 average right now. I think
I
for me,
I
it's
don't flash.
No flash, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no flash.
It's
It's
just so
well,
different. Like it's blindfold and it goes fast. Like four blind and five blind takes a long time, but if you practice it three blind a little, you can at least get it down to a few minutes or a single minute, and then it actually is just really fun because you memorize. It's just 20 letters. It's not that much. Then
yeah,
put on the
and
blindfold.
it's so different from every other event as well, because or apart from the blind event, all the blind events are so different from the other events because it's not just recognition and execution. So it's not just like learn the algorithm, learn how it looks, and then create the connection between them. You have to like make up your solution. Or I guess you do that with all of them, but you have to make up basically everything on the fly with your
Yeah.
letter pair words. You can memorize them, but it's hard to memorize all those. What's like almost 600 letter pair words, something like that.
Yeah, I have about. I think I have all my. It's some letter pairs with Q and other hard letters. I don't have them in my head, but I think I have most of them because I associate some words with letters, and then I think I know my letter pairs if you just train them a lot. But it's
Yeah,
fun
and
because there's so many, so you get a completely new combination, a completely new story that's funny. Like, oh, this time fish goes surfboarding. Oh, and this time my grandma is buying bananas or whatever. It's just completely weird, random stories.
or uh what was it? PD Kevin. For those who know, you know.
Oh,
Inside
those
joke.
know. TDKV add those
Yep.
letters.
For those who know, you know. Um, but yeah, so different, and everybody does it a little bit differently. That's what's also fun in 3x3. It's like it's almost the exact same thing. Everybody just does cross F2L and then either ZB method or CFOP, so OLL PLL. Whereas in blind, because a bunch of variation. Uh, I mean, most top solvers they do three style, three style, three style. But you know, with their letter pair words, everybody has a different way to memorize. Everybody, uh, well, has different orientations and all that. Whereas in regular 3x3, it's everybody almost does the exact same thing. And now let's just continue with all the 3x3 variants. FMC,
I've
no
done
FMC.
FMC like 2 times ever, and both of those are in comp because it takes a full hour and you just have to try to figure. It's definitely very different from every other event, and I think it's very needed. I think all of the other ones are basically time based, and you need to do you need to do it as fast as possible. Uh, but what if you like maybe can't turn your fingers as fast? Maybe you're a little bit older, for example. Then maybe FMC is a great event for you because you don't have to turn fast. You have a whole hour, and you can just try to think and figure out a good solution.
I mean, our favorite delegate, I think, and well, some of people's favorite cuber, Don Juvelin, he did he did FMC blindfolded
Yeah, I've done that
at
a couple times.
Götalandsmästerskapet. It's insane. So you can do a bunch of fun stuff with FMC, and well, I guess it's your turn to place this. Where do you think this goes?
Hmm. So I don't really like to do it as an event, but it's important. So I think it will for me go pretty in the middle, maybe B, maybe C.
Oh, I reloaded again. That's just great. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Reject all, I guess.
What is it
Okay.
for you?
FMC. I would say in the middle as well, because there's a lot to practice there. Very mental compared to everybody else or all the other ones, except for maybe blind. But this one's like all mental, whereas the rest are, you know, you need the speed in your hands. But I like the difference. I think it has to go right in the middle in C tier.
Yeah.
And now we can see that cubing is just an F because we see the F. Oh, what happened here? No, what did happen?
So 5
Ah,
by 5 should be on A tier.
oh, is that what I did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there. Oh, that's the wrong ones. Wait,
Now
should
you
be D
moved
tier.
up.
There, there we go. We can see the F
Yeah,
here, which
yeah.
means that we're all failures for choosing cubing. No, I'm just joking, guys.
Wait, C
F.
tier is down there now.
Oh, what?
Move up C tier.
C tier's that one, and then
And then you move
D
up
tier,
D
every
tier.
cube.
Yeah, there.
There we go. OH. Now OH, I kind of like OH. I like how different it is from from 3 you know, just using one hand. It's a good challenge. It's a cool flex showing that to somebody. But I don't think it goes in A tier or maybe it does go A tier. It doesn't go no flash because it's a bit slower than 3 and you know your hand hurts after doing a lot
Yeah,
of
that's the
OH
bad
solves.
thing for me. I think if you have two hands, why not solve it with both hands? I don't like I don't know. Your arm kind of hurts after you do it, and I don't
And
like.
you need a pretty good cube to do OH like this. What is this cube even called? The Meilong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the Moy Meilong. This is a decent cube. Like this is my multi-bind cubes because they're cheap. You can't really do OH here because they lock up a lot like that.
and
Oh my
also
god, I
one
just messed
thing
up
is that
T-perm.
mess up way too often. It's definitely a skill issue, but it's not that beginner friendly because you think, oh, it's just to solve it with one hand. I know how to solve it with two hands, so it's going to be easy. But then when I get like an N perm or the bad R perm, it's
Mm.
ju- it's just completely in muscle memory when I do it with two hands. I just know exactly how to do it very quickly with two hands. But then when I try to do it with one hand, I just don't know the moves. I just mess up the whole cube and have to start over, and that sucks when it happens like multiple times in average, and I just fucks the whole average.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I don't do any of these fancy or not fancy, but I just do two look OLL PLL with OH, except for well not really two look OLL. I do the easy OLLs that I just know. I
Yeah,
do use or I don't know full OLL, so I either way. But with PLL, I just do two look. Because T perm, I'm really comfortable with T perm with one hand. Because I don't know, I just like spamming T perm with one hand sometimes. Same thing with Y perm, except maybe not as much. And then you of course have the RU LU U perms, which are pretty easy with one hand. And then well, you can just use U perms to solve the whole last layer. But it is annoying when I just see I don't know what's that R perm? No, not R perm. Uh,
yeah.
uh Not our perm. That
This
is
one for
in
me, I cannot do this one.
oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, that one. And this one is the yeah, the R wait,
I think it's RA.
R R U prime, R prime, U prime, R U R D, R U prime or R U R prime, D prime or no, I just did it wrong. Oh my god. Whatever.
So this one, I can do that one quite fast, and sometimes with one hand. But the one that starts, at least for me, with R2F.
I don't do an R2F
You
for R
don't do
perms.
that one?
I do um R prime U. Wait, how do I do that one? Wait. Oh, like that. Okay. R prime U2, R U2, R prime F, sexy R prime F prime R2.
I don't know which one is faster. At least the R perms and the N perms, I hate those one-handed.
Exactly, and yeah, that's why I think OH deserves this. It's good, but not the best. I think it's B tier. What do you think?
Yeah, for me it's probably a bit worse. I don't like it
C
at
tier?
all.
C tier?
I C tier. I can do C tier. It's probably more D tier for me. But if you think it's B and I think it's D, it should go in C.
Exactly, and well, I mean, you got to relearn everything with OH basically for one hand, and that's kind of annoying. So I C tier is fine by me. Now we got to get into reorganizing these again because I'm an idiot.
Clock
Um,
should be next one, I think, and then make a Pyrrhus cube. Yeah,
yeah, clock. Your main event.
probably.
You're a,
Yeah, the one I trained the most and the one I'm best at officially.
and you are a Swedish champion in clock. So
I am.
might there be some bias here?
Probably. I mean, if we just rank these by how happy I would be if I saw that my next comp has, let's say, 4 rounds of this event, I would be much more happier if it had 4 rounds of clock than 4 rounds of, let's say, three by
Seven
three.
by
Because
seven.
yeah, but even 3 by 3, because I love 3 by 3, but I'm not making it to the finals in 3 by 3 if it's 4 round, because a lot of people are better than me. But in clock, if it's Swedish comp, I can probably get to finals. So quite easily. So that's I
And
just get more rounds. So it's better.
and I'm actually okay with putting clock in S here. Now I'm not good
I
at
think
clock.
it's
I'm like
worse than three blind, but it's definitely no flash, I think.
yeah, it's definitely no flash. I'm not good at clock, but I just love how you have to be picture perfect on clock. One small mistake and it's a DNF. Whereas one small mistake on 3 by 3, let's say you get a +2. Well, that's +2. There are no +2s in clock. And
Except if you over inspect, for example. But yeah, that
well,
can happen if you memo.
yeah, and then there's so much that you can learn with clock as well. You know, you can learn what's it called? 7 simul, and there it's memorization again. So it's again with the
Yeah, I
memo
love
skills.
memory.
It's not just look and do. It's memorize and do, which is a bit harder.
I'm also competing in
But
it tomorrow. Saturday again.
mm, I just realized I had weekly recap up this whole time, which is just great. Let's get the right banner up. Ranking all 17 WCA events. There we
There you
go.
go.
So clock A tier, or sorry, S tier.
No
All no
flash.
flash, no flash.
There.
And then we have Mega Minx.
Ooh.
Why is it like that? There we go. Mega Minx.
Hmm.
What do you think about Mega Minx?
I think that it's one of those events that I also think that if you just get a little faster and you know some things and know, yeah, and get faster, I think that it's a better event. For me, I'm just slow and it just feels like doing 3 by 3, but it's 12 sides. It takes too long for me. It takes like 2 minutes, and then there's so many pieces to solve. It's like a big cube, and I don't really like big cubes, but I think it's better than like 6 by 6 and 7 by 7 because it's a bit different. It has 12 sides.
Yeah, and it sounds weird calling this a cube because it's not a cube. It's a what is that even? Uh, I don't know. How many sides is it?
Well, I think it's 12.
One, two, three, four, five,
Dodecahedron,
six.
right?
Yeah, dodecahedron. Yeah,
Dodecahedron.
and now I'm not good at mega either. I don't even have an average because I'm so slow. But I'm fine putting in C tier. Like there is stuff to learn, but I just don't practice this. Just like with the big cubes, so I can't really just complain about it because I don't practice it. So it's on me. But C tier is fine by me. And then
Yeah.
we get Pyraminx. I don't like pyraminx. I hate
Oh, I
pyraminx.
don't like pyramids at all. I think the tips ruin it.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I just don't like pyraminx. Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't know why. I think it's
Yeah,
because my
it's a short
pyraminx is
event, so
trash.
it's another one of those where the top class cubers, they just look at it and they know how to do it and solve, and then the tips just, yeah, I plus two all the time because one of those tips table plus two and things.
And it's like I feel it like on pyraminx, it's way easier to like edge flip if you have a loose cube. I don't know why. I've edge flipped so many times and gotten DNF, and I've like it has some weird stuff that happens. Is this DNFable? Is the question.
I think it's one of the worst. So DNF, we need some on DNF. So I think if we're going to have an event or two or in
Because
DNF, I think we're going to put pyramids there.
if we look at the rest of these are pretty decent events coming up. Pyraminx is the worst of the lot, I would say. So Pyraminx, unfortunately,
Even Film Lucas in the chat is agreeing on this.
Pyra DNF. He's right. He's right about one thing and one thing only. That is Pyraminx DNF. Everything else he says is a lie because Equal Serious is not better than Hamabi. I
Sirius
don't know
is
what you're yapping
also,
about.
I'm looking at the results here. Sirius is currently um, leading over guys 2-1 at halftime.
But it's guys. We don't care about guys.
Yeah, we don't. But you know, Hammarby is second, and we're rooting for Hammarby. So Sirius
Of course.
leading this
Oh no,
match.
they're drawing against who? Who are they drawing against? Oh, Ekoa. Oh my god, we have to win that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's not looking good for us with Hamabi. Oh my god. But yeah, unfortunately we lost the cup, so that's unfortunate. But next up, we have Skube. We have Squeb now, guys. Squeb.
mm.
Squib is a pretty good, decent event. I think it's better than OH.
Yeah. For me, I've said it before. I've always hated Scube. It's always been my last place out of everything, and I don't really know why. I think it's something with just how many sledges and how repetitive it is, and how easy to
Oh
plus
yeah,
two. I just think it's extremely boring to solve. It's do a sledge and then do another sledge and then do another sledge, or that's the beginner method or intermediate maybe. But then if you want to get good, it's like, oh yeah, you can learn like 500 algorithms that all look exactly the same because it's just different sledges and hedges.
I personally think that it's better than Pira. I would say,
Just where
but
would you put it? And then we can talk about where I
I
would
would
put
put
it.
it like high C tier or high D tier, somewhere there.
And I would put it DNF. So we'll you put it at D, right?
D.
D.
I will put in triple parity cube, of course. No, I'm joking. High D
You
tier.
put, yeah, high D tier.
Great. Now we have 4 events left. 3 of them being blind events. So let's do our final non-blind event. That is square one. Now square one. It is very annoying with the slice moves and stuff. And it's really easy to mess up. And if you do mess up, if you're doing like beginner method, whatever that method is called, I think it's just called beginner method or whatever. If you're doing one of the beginner methods, you just gotta restart like solving half the cube if you mess up.
Yeah, and just
But
the parody takes so long. It kind of messes it up. Like sometimes I'm just so slow, so don't judge it by me. I'm not a good judge of this, but I have to look at the cube for like 5 seconds and just, oh, is this parody? Is this not parody? And then when I know, okay, it's parody, then it takes like 10 seconds to solve parody, and then I have to solve the cube.
and I actually don't know the parity algorithm. I do parity in the middle of the solve. So and sometimes I mess it up,
Yeah,
sometimes I
that's what I
don't
do too.
because
I just do this extremely long, kind of intuitive. It
Yeah,
just takes
and
like 10 slices.
you don't want to be. I don't want to learn the normal parity algorithm that you do at the end because that thing is insanely long.
I will
So
eventually, but it's just so long. I think it's
it's many
like
slices.
bottom of C tier or high D tier.
We can put it at, should we go D tier then because we have a lot in C actually, but that makes
Yeah,
sense. C's the
we
middle.
can go above Scoob.
There we go. And now we're back to the best events, of course, the blind
Yeah,
events.
the blind events. Best category of
Yeah,
events for
all of
sure.
these into Flash. No, actually, making a new, above blind, blind above. No, I'm joking. 4x4 blindfolded. I think it's better than FMC, I would say.
I think
But
out of these that we have left here, I think four blind is the best. Four blind is just
it's 3x3 blindfolded, but harder.
I have practiced a lot of four blind the last couple days, and I would say that the faster you get, like most of these long events, I think that the faster you get, the better it is. Because if you average like 20 minutes, then yeah, you're not going to really like do multiple solves in the row. You're not having a whole practice session where you do a bunch of four blind solves because it just takes so much brain power and time. But if you start to get faster, maybe 5 minutes, I don't know. I'm currently at just under 10 minutes. But if you, and right now I already do like a practice session of four blind solves because I'm fast enough. But you get quite tired, but it's really fun.
And I think for all the three remaining events, uh, especially for newer blind solvers, maybe even through the blindfold at the start, I guess as well. But you just don't have the time for this sometimes because if you have a test coming up, you just can't practice blind because it takes so long, especially with multi-blind. If you're trying to go for, you know, over over 6 cubes actually, because that means you have 60 minutes, and most people don't have like an hour to spare if they are studying for a test or they have some important work to do. So you can't really practice these events, but more so than the other events, I would say, blind is a event. You just gotta practice it, and you will get better. Whereas with I mean, I guess it is like that for all the cues, but practice is really important for blind events. Since if you don't practice, you're not gonna be good at the tracing, the memo, and that is pretty important, believe it or not.
I just like to execute four blind fast also, like spam the moves because I like. Do you know uh, how much have you practiced four blind?
Yeah, I do practice four, but I don't have a success yet. But I've gotten like a couple 3 cycles away, and
Okay. Yeah, because I
I
love
mean,
doing the R2, just solving the edges, and then the parity
mm,
arcs, I think they're quite smooth. You can spam them quite fast.
especially the hardest parity alg in the world, and that is for centers. Guys, if you have parity, this is parity
Yeah,
on centers. The parity algorithm, it's so hard that you'll never learn it. It's just you two. I mean, super hard.
yeah.
I mean, or sorry, that's for YouTube centers, of course. But that's what most people learn before, I guess, three styles straight
Yeah,
away.
well, I think that's what uh, basically everyone learns. Yeah, and it's the same for five blind. For five blind, yeah, we'll just rank these and then we can talk about five blind. So
Yeah,
for me, I think it's right up there with four by four. The both of the four by four events should be together. I think in A tier.
I think that these, or maybe not five blind. Five blind's a bit lower down since it is even more pieces. Like a 5x5 solve for some people, which is probably going to be me as well. This could take upwards of an hour, for more than an hour for 5x5 blindfolded. Then again,
I
I've not tried 5x5 blindfolded because
I
I have
have
not done
I've
4x4 blind.
done
But
2 real attempts. One of them was official and one of them was at home. It took about 25 minutes, so it still takes a lot of time for me, but I'll try to get faster, try to get success. Yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely worse because you can mess up so easily. Just I did like one slice move and then I just gave up because I realized one slice move wrong. Then I just realized, oh, it's completely over. So I just spammed the rest of execution because if you do one slice move wrong, then that's done.
yeah. And guys, if you just want to know how hard it is for this for solving a 5x5 blindfolded, if we just look here, wait, uh, share screen. Oh, I can just click that. Okay. Here, share this tab instead. This is rankings for. Well, I'm currently on 5x5 blindfolded, but for Sweden this is because it's easier to see with just Sweden. If we go to 3v3 blindfolded, oh, there's me. Oh, I dropped another place. I gotta lock in. Anyways, a 310 for to be top 100. There's probably like what 100 more people who've solved 3v3 blindfolded. I would say something like that. If we go to 4v4 blindfolded, there's only 52 people who've ever gotten a success, which is from what 200 plus
And
3x3
mean,
blindfolded solvers.
I got a
Is this
mean
mean?
not too long ago, and I was like literally, yeah, there I
There's
am, like
only
12th. So
there's only
it's really
14
hard.
people,
14 people.
14 people who have gotten a mean in 4x4. In 3x3,
Blindfolded.
oh yeah, blindfolded. In it's 61 people who gotten a blindfolded average. How does Lilian Zetterman have a blindfolded average before me? That's crazy.
Yeah, she got it at Kubler Uppsala, I think. It was crazy. She just learned blind.
That's insane. I have to
But
lock in
she
on
saved
blind.
it because she had a lot of time.
And then we have 4x4 blindfolded we checked, but 5x5 blindfolded single. There's only 24 people who've ever done it. And look, Peter Hugoson Milner, 1 hour 22 minutes, guys. 5 line is really hard,
That's what
and if
take your time
it's
Betty's.
for
Yeah.
and look at the averages. There's only 5 people who have an official average. Wait, this is the guy. This is the guy who's hosting. Uh, Ber Samra,
Oh,
I think. Yeah,
what's his name?
Mats Bergsten.
Yeah, yeah,
He
that's
has
him. Yeah.
he had a world he had a Swedish record in multi. I think it was.
I think continental record. I think he had continental record in like 4 blind.
Bro, this guy started cubing before I was born.
Yeah.
That's insane.
2008 ID is insane. We'll see. He's coming actually. Yeah, we'll see if we can. Um.
And why does
Yeah.
this not want to load now? Great. But th- if we just go back then, I guess here. Um is it working still? I think so. If we go to average, there's only 5 people, like I said. Like that's insane. And then there's of course multi-blind here. What is this? There we go. There's only 87 people who've ever gotten a multi. And half of these, or maybe not half, but a lot of these are like they don't work anymore. This is like before the regulation where you need to solve like more than one cube. So these are actually would be DNFs, but who cares? And the yeah, it's just a steep drop off here. Like 4 out of 4 working back, you can get top 50 with 5 of 5, which is not that hard if you just practice a little bit. But yeah, sitting at 25th, you are pretty
Yeah,
good.
I have 8 out of 8. I think I'll go for 10 out of 10 at base summer. I think I don't have a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
time to practice. So
and there's two attempts.
is there?
Yeah, two attempts.
Wait, is there even multi-blind at base summer? I forgot.
Anyways, let's get back to tier listing. Perfect. 5 by 5 blindfolded. Where are we putting that? I
Um,
think it's gonna be in the middle. I think
I think when I'm faster at it, it's probably like high B
a
tier or
B
something.
maybe.
I still think it's like low B tier or
Low
maybe
B
high
tier.
C tier.
Something like that. I would say as well, because the learning curve. Well, it's one heck of a curve. It's also you know this is a real practice event. You gotta practice it, and you gotta fail a bunch of times probably,
Yeah.
depending on you know. And yeah, like I think we should
Oh,
just pair it up with.
Hammarby scored a goal against
Ooh,
Aiko.
let's go. That's
Let's
that.
go.
That's good. That's good. We need
Yeah.
Sirius to lose to guys though.
Yeah, they're
Then we're
still
back.
in the lead.
And then we have 3 or 3 blindfolded,
Multi-blind, you mean?
multi-blind. Sorry,
Yeah.
3 or 3 multiple blindfolded cube solving whatever multi-blind. Yeah, multi-blind.
Yep.
I
Uh,
think
I think
I
it's right about where four blind is because I love that you can choose how many. It's just such a great thing that you can actually choose um how much you're going to how many cubes you're going to do. The only thing dragging it down is how long time it takes. That's
yeah.
why
It's
it's
like
worse than four blind.
I mean I like how it's just a limit on 1 hour. I think that's really good because otherwise people like well all the top multi-blind solvers they would just spam on cubes and you know the unofficial world record or the old style where it was basically unlimited time depending on how many cubes you choose. um they go on for like 8 hours in solving, and you can't have that at a normal competition. But
Yeah.
with 1 hour limit, it's it's reasonable. And like you said, it's good how you can choose how many cubes you want. You can choose your difficulty. You can try two and risk it on if you fail one, or you can go for a world record of what 63 of 65 which is just insane. What's that? 63 times 20, whatever that becomes. Let's check. 63 times 20. 1,260 letter pairs
There's yeah.
or letters, sorry, which means that we'll divide that by 2. So divide by 2 is equal to what just happened?
600
Uh
something, right?
630 should be, yeah. 630 letters. That is a lot to memorize, but it's impressive. And well,
Especially
it's
because you memorize it in like 45 minutes
yeah.
very fast.
And then of course it is 3 or 3 blindfold just a bunch of times. So you got to take that into consideration. And sometimes it gets boring just solving multiple 3 or 3 blindfold, or it's sometimes boring to watch it. But those are the only things that drag it down. So I'm happy with it in A tier. I think that works pretty well.
Yep.
And guys, that's it. This is our final tier list in no flash. We have 3 by 3, 3 with the blindfolded, and clock. In A tier, we have 4 by 4, 4 by 4 blindfolded, and 3 by 3 multi-blind. In B tier, we have 2 by 2, 5 by 5, and 5 blind. In C tier, we have FMC, OH, 3 one-handed, and Megaminx. Then we have triple parity cube, which is of course the triple parity cube. Then we have D tier with Squan and Scube and 7x7. And then the last place finisher in today's tier list in the DNF tier, it's Pyraminx. Guys, what do you guys think of this tier list? Ivar is crying about Tuba being in B tier.
It just is just so fast of an event. I think it makes sense.
I think so too, but guys, comment or in the comments if this is later on, or put it in chat if you're live, and we'll see how that goes. But I think we have, if I'm not wrong, we have one more segment or two more segments maybe. Let's head into let's remove this one first. And we could put that back. Oh, not just like that? No, like that. Maybe we do it like that, I guess. Let's head into tips and tricks. Because we always need some tips and tricks from our guests. So Yuck, do you have a tip or trick for, I guess, clock or blind? Because those are the two things you're really good at. So take it away.
I haven't thought of this beforehand. Oh, well, I'm just I'm going with four blind and yeah, mostly four blind because I just practice it a lot, but I'll also three blind. Um, you just have to trust yourself that you can um memorize a lot more than you think, because when I'm doing four blind, I'm just looking at the cube and just trying to get everything in my head and then repeating it multiple times, and then I start solving and then it just comes. I don't even sometimes have to think about the pictures that I made up in my head, like, oh, there was supposed to be a lion there. Yeah, I just already remembered that it was the letters LI because I kind of visualized it. So now I have tried to just completely skipping reviewing in the end. Like, I review while I memorize. So I memorize centers and review centers, memorize edges and review edges. But then when I've memorized corners, I just put on my blindfold and go, because I still remember it. I just have to trust. And if you don't remember it, well, then that's okay. It's just at home. So you just do a new scramble and try again. Uh, you always can do another attempt at home. So why not risk it and go all out?
That sounds reasonable. Especially, I think that would be good for, well, for all cubes, I guess. I mean, in 3v3 blindfolded, uh,
Yeah.
you could also just not review a couple times, because sometimes, especially on the really good scrambles, I would memorize and then just review for like half a minute for no reason, then
Yeah,
get the
you should just
success.
go, and
Yeah,
maybe you won't remember it, but if you do remember it, you'll get a big PB, and that's always amazing when you randomly remember the letters and then get a huge PB.
yeah, and then especially if you make, well, funny words or
Yeah.
pictures, that helps a lot. Sometimes you just know that, oh, it's this picture, which is the first one, and you can go straight into that. And well, because for 3 with 3 blindfold, I actually don't have locations. I don't have or like or sorry, I don't make pictures for my corners. I just know my corners straight afterwards. Like, I don't have a picture for it. It's basically like audio memory for all parts. I don't
Uh,
know. It works for me. But yeah, I think that's it for tips and tricks. And do we have anything left? Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. We have W3 blind, says Andrea, because 3 blind is W.
Yeah, that's great. I
And
judged him in 3 blind finals at Nordic Swedish.
and other than that, I think it's gonna be. Well, check out my vlog channel. Check out Snail Cubings on YouTube, because that's of course Yuck's uh, channel. So go check it out. You can see all of his PRs there and solves and all that stuff. Go check it out.
Yep.
And other than that, I think we're done here. So guys, let's say goodbye to Snail Cubing. If I can find the good, I did have a good. Did I not have? Yeah, here. Bye, Snail Cubing. There we go.
Bye.
Everybody say bye. Guys, thank you for being here once again. Maybe you were live, maybe you were here on a podcast app or podcast platform. If you're on a podcast platform or YouTube, I guess that's not live. Uh, don't forget to follow the podcast or to subscribe to the channel, all that stuff, because that means you'll never miss the next time when these plus live come out or the podcast comes out, and you don't want to miss that. Of course you don't. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment any tips, tricks, or video ideas. Be sure to come to some competitions, and maybe you can be a part of a video. That's actually really fun. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and guys, good